Hello and welcome to this week's edition of Living the Dream Almost Live. My name's Mark Cridland, I'm the producer. I try to hold it all together, but with comedians it can be a bit chaotic. This week I'm joined by our regular comedian Mr. Paul Tingey, and as AMJ is off again, we have a guest host in the form of Mr. Trevor Feelgood, bringing the funnies along with them both. Now this week we talk about Trevor's new AMJ soundboard. Yes, he's got clips of AMJ, and yeah, it's typical Trev. That's all I'm going to say. We also talk about New Zealand's Bat of the Year award, which went a bit weird, and New Zealand, they sacked their official wizard. Why? Well, find out. But because of that news story, Paul comes up with loads of really rubbish wizard jokes. Just get your dad jokes mind on and yeah, you'll enjoy it. We talk about the big news, of course, from this week was the Christmas in a can, and that's, how good is it? How good really is it? Trev's got some news stories about a mum who's given birth to the third heaviest baby in the UK and how to keep dogs happy with stuff. It's weird, I don't know. Just, you're going to have to listen because it's Trev's news stories and they go weird. There's a hiker who gets lost, but it's his own fault really, and Toys R Us are coming back to the UK at last, yay! But was it Geraldine Giraffe that ruined it the first time round? Possibly. Plus we have the big thing, the one thing that everyone listens to this podcast for, the non-sensical quiz. Yes, we have a guest comedian this week. He's coming back for a second go. He's the lovable, bald Irish funny man. No, not Dara O'Brien, but Gareth Dorrian. Yes, he's back again trying to get hold of that crown because he didn't win last time, but does he win this time? You're just going to have to sit back, relax and enjoy another week of living the dream.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh,
Shall I start
what's that voice?
Oh, we're still doing this, are we? I thought I'm a regular now. Come on.
Yeah. We should be used to Trevor now because AMJ's buggered off again. He's off.
Let's not worry about the bad stuff. I've got some good news for you feathers.
Oh, what's that?
Let's start the podcast off with.
Good news.
Well, can you remember the opening of Series 2, Episode 1, Dilla Man?
Yes.
Yeah, well, on the YouTube, it broke the 100 watched figure this week. How about that?
Oh,
nice.
There you go.
I didn't even notice that, but yeah. Oh, it's good.
That's the good news.
Yay! So we're getting more and more people that are finding us on the YouTubes, and so yeah, if you know people that don't have podcast sites, don't have accounts on any podcast sites, then tell them to head over to the YouTubes. The easiest way is just to search. See, us can see the nice picture behind me, but everyone else, head over to Musical Insights on YouTube and you can find it all on there.
With 190 subscribers.
That was ever so funny, Paul.
I've got 25 of these.
Trevor has. Are they all AMJ?
They're all AMJ.
That was ever so funny, Cridland.
Where did you get these from?
I asked him this afternoon if he could send me some audio clips, and he sent 25 of them and said they're all gold.
It was a really strange time for me, and I mean, I had to find out who I was, which was really a hard thing to do for anyone, really, having to find out who you are in a place you don't really know, being a person that you're not really fond of at the time, and trying to work out what you want to do with the rest of your life. And it was at that point I thought maybe roller skating is not for the dyspraxics.
And he's got time to do that, but not to record us a funny advert.
Yeah.
Well, I said to him, there's so much on it, you don't need me. You can just have him speaking on it.
I agree with that statement, Mark.
See?
He was fingered for a crime.
No, he wasn't fingered for a crime he didn't commit, no.
Hell. So yeah, no AMJ again. This time he's not gigging. He's actually gone to a gig
Yeah,
instead.
he's gone to watch the wonderful Robin Ince. I've worked with Robin Ince before. How about that?
I've seen Robin Ince at a station, and then I tweeted about it and said I've seen Robin Ince at a station, and he saw it and he said I was going to a festival, and I didn't even tag him in it. So he Valenti searches his own name.
Who doesn't?
Or he follows Trevor Feelgood on Twitter.
He might do, yes, like Lou Sanders does. Lou Sanders now follows me on Twitter, which is worrying. So the court case will be open soon. Do you want to listen to this one? It's fine.
Am I a dreamer? Am I a dreamer?
Right, as we've got you as a guest host again, Mr. Trevor Feelgood, I'll let you start with this week's first weird news story. What have you got for us?
Right, I've got a story of the bird of the year. Now, can you guess what bird won bird of the year this year?
Oh, can I say something really misogynistic?
No.
Yes. No, only we can say the word.
It's not Carol Vorderman, no.
That's what I was expecting to say, though, Trev.
No, look, like Sharon, name a common bird. No,
I don't mean that, by the way. It's just
Come on, I've learned the format of this now. I asked you a question about the news story, and then we answer it, and then we have giggles. Come on.
Was it the blue speckled tit?
Oh, right, yeah. Okay, so, Mark Cridlin, what do you think the answer is?
I think it's a blue tit.
Are you taking the mickey out of Trev or Dave there, Chris?
No, that was definitely me. That was definitely me. It really annoys me that everyone can do a really good impression. You don't need me. No, we finished with our suggestions.
Was it Robin Redbreast?
Yeah, Mark's impression is better than yours.
Yeah, well, I do a better Dave impression.
Do you? Do you really? I know the real Dave. You saying that Dave isn't real?
He is real.
We will see him in December, won't we? Apparently,
yes.
Going into the advert.
Yeah, you're going to be doing a live version of this, which I
I've
can't wait
been
for.
Told about this.
Oh, Adams has announced that you're doing this, and you're doing a live version of it. Apparently,
I didn't know about this.
Yeah, it's on my poster. Have you not seen the poster?
Now, is it the full podcast we're doing, or just the quiz?
Just the quiz, I think.
Well, great. I don't need to go then.
Oh no, you don't need to go. No, Dave and Geraldine need to go.
Yeah. I'll look after the house.
So that'll be one seat in the car then.
So the winner of Bird of the Year in New Zealand.
Oh, was it the kiwi?
No.
Was it the albatross?
No.
Was it the bald-headed falcon?
No.
Was it
the bald-headed Irishman? Oh no, he's on later.
Yeah,
he's on later.
Yeah. Was it?
Oh, Trev, what was it?
Was it the peacock?
No, it wasn't a bird at all. It was a bat.
Oh, yes, it was. It was T. Maniranugu Etui.
Yeah, what he said. In New Zealand, they wanted to.
Do you whatever you said, Paul? Wasn't he the director of Thor Ragnarok?
No, it's Taika Waititi.
Oh yeah. I can never pronounce that.
I don't think I say his first name right. I think they call him Tiger. I don't. Anyway, yeah, right.
Tiger King Waititi.
Yeah, but the people of New Zealand wanted to tell everyone about the plight of the bat, even though last year he was mainly about the bat. So they made him the Bird of the Year. Which
Bird of the Year.
Would you not just
for that bat?
Would you not just have Bat of the Year and just be done with it?
You would have thought so. That's just weird. Talking about Down Under, have you seen New Zealand have fired a government official who has been employed for 23 years? He was employed for. Do you know what his job title was? This official in New Zealand.
Oh, I do know this one, because for the first time in 23 years, there's no longer a wizard on the government's books in New Zealand.
Exactly.
Sorry, I ruined that.
Yeah.
Normally, I know the answers to critters, but I couldn't let that one slide.
So yeah, 23 years. He'd been getting an annual paycheck of $16,000, which isn't a lot really, but I mean, just to be the national wizard,
well
you get paid
himself.
more than that to be a special wizard.
I tell you what, I wish I was getting $16,000 a year.
Yeah. Do you know why they let the wizard go?
Because he failed his owls?
No,
Harry
no,
Potter joke
Yeah,
there.
because he could not pass.
no.
I know. It was,
Oh,
it
that
was
was
a joke
good.
then. It was a joke then. I know. I'm
Well,
very
it's a
surprised by the
It's all
joke.
Hang on,
Yeah.
hang on. Hold it. It's coming. There you go.
Yay.
Yay. No, it's because the wizard doesn't fit the city's new marketing direction.
Oh, I tell you what, he must be going through a bad spell.
Oh, there we go. He's off.
Yeah.
What does AMJ think?
Nah.
Oh, well, I'm good. Oh, no, shut up.
Nah.
No.
Oh, dear.
I tell you what, though, he could just get on a boat and go across to Australia and become the Wizard of Oz. But anyway,
All about.
Oh.
a wizard. This is a bit naughty. This is
Have you not gigged lately? You seem to be very eager to do jokes.
a wizard, right? A wizard doesn't finger his wife; he licks her.
That took me a while.
I tell you what, though, did you see that cow? That cow wizard. He was into voodoo.
Are you having stand and deliver withdrawal symptoms? I've not done a caption competition in ages. I need to do another one.
How much are tickets to wizard sporting events?
I don't know.
About a Quidditch. Oh, that reminds me of that famous golfer who used to be a wizard, Harry Potter.
No.
No.
Am I a dreamer? Am I a dreamer?
As we know, Halloween's gone. That means
That means it's time for snow.
It's the
Time
Christmas
for a
spirit.
blizzard. It's time for a blizzard.
The blizzard. Oh, the wizard blizzard.
Oh, it used to be funny.
But yeah, everyone seems to be starting to get into the Christmas spirit now that you get onto the 1st of November and that's it. Christmas everywhere. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. And Heinz launched a very special soup. They do the big soups, the chunky soups. They launched a very special one, and it was only a 500 can production run, which sold out within hours of its launch. So, and people are demanding it back on the shelves. What is it? What is their new special big soup?
Oh, I'm not sure I know this, but I do know that Lynx did last year released a wizarding deodorant, and it was called Expelliarmus.
You can't. Some people can't say this, but his face is so happy. I've never seen him so happy ever.
Anyway, what is
it? Is it called Rudolph's dandruff?
No.
Oh.
Is it Santa's balls?
Santa? No.
I reckon. Is it sprout soup?
Kind of.
It's not Christmas dinner soup, is it?
It is a full Christmas dinner soup. It was sold at £1.50 a can, completely sold out now, and people are demanding to get it back on the shelves because people are, it's predictions that there's going to be lack of turkeys this year because of all the.
Well, guess what?
Ooh.
Guess what I did last weekend?
What?
I bought the Christmas dinner.
Oh, did you eat it?
Feeling smug. No, not eating it. It's all in the freezer, ready to be consumed on Christmas Day with Ma and Pa.
That's all right, then. This special Christmas dinner in a can contained big chunks of all your festive feasting favorites, such as turkey, stuffing, chunky potatoes, Brussels sprouts, and even pigs in blankets. Nice.
And soup.
I tell you what, I don't want it chunky. I don't want that chunk. I want them to blend it all down.
No, because that's the idea of the big soups. Their big soups are all chunky, and it's
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. I don't want the big soup of that.
blend your own bloody Christmas dinner then.
All right, I will, and I'll make more than 500, and I'll sell them for £2 a can.
Good
Is
idea.
this something out of Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory? They just just put it all in.
Yeah, it just all goes in and sees what happens.
I wonder what it's in. Has it got roast potatoes?
What, in this one?
Yeah.
This one has, yeah.
Now, are they roast or are they soggy potatoes?
Probably soggy potatoes.
Stuffing balls?
Yep, stuffing balls.
Told you it was all about Santa Claus.
Mind your own business.
Do you need some new pants for Christmas? If anyone's listening. Actually, I do. My favourite pair of boxer shorts. I wear briefs or boxer shorts, and my favourite pair have perished. Sadly, I only had them 6 years. In that pair.
Yeah.
Honestly, I keep pants for as long as I can. I've got pants that are about 12, 15 years old.
Bloody hell.
And somehow I still fit into them, because if anyone knows me, I was a lot thinner 12, 15 years ago.
So you've got pants the same age as your jokes.
They're not that old.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, look, food experts have told shoppers that they should consider buying Christmas dinner in advance and storing in the freezer. So you've done exactly what the food experts have said.
Well, that's what I've done.
Yeah.
Technically, I am a food expert.
Yeah.
With my qualifications, I can be considered to be a food safety expert.
Am I a dreamer? Am I a dreamer?
So, Paul, have you got any weird news that you found for this week?
No, I don't normally do. I normally use the same ones as you.
Yeah,
you want some weird news?
Go on.
I'll give you some weird news. I'd be honest. Let me just load it up. Because I'm normally just tailed back in on the end of you and AMJ. I've not had to do anything original apart from.
AMJ, is he around, Trev?
Oh, I've turned him off.
Oh, well, yeah. Didn't know you turned him on.
I've got another news story ready to go.
Oh, go on then.
Fresh out the oven, like Tingey's Christmas dinner, or Brexit. A mum has given birth to the third heaviest baby in the UK.
Ooh.
If any of your friends have babies, do you really care about when they say how much it weighs? I just think it's like having.
I want to know how many people it's going to feed at Christmas.
Have you Googled yet?
Sorry.
I thought you were looking for a news story. Oh, sorry.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I've got a new story ready. Yeah.
Because I don't think that mine was going to go anywhere apart from.
Okay.
How heavy was the baby then? Because people are going to be sitting at home going, "How bloody heavy was it then?"
Hey, I want to know how heavy it was now.
I want to know.
You miss me.
Ooh.
Come on, Trev, spill it out. We don't interrupt you.
It was very big. They're now calling her vagina the car door. Not the car door, the garage door. No.
Oh, I tell you what.
Yay!
Her vagina is now so big, it can be described as being a wizard sleeve.
Oh, there we go. That's how comedy works, isn't it?
Sometimes.
Call back.
Anyway, how fat was this baby?
I don't think it said how fat the baby was.
The weight. The third heaviest in the UK. How was it?
So I've just said that if your friends have babies, do you care? You obviously do, then, don't you? It's like, come on, fetch it out.
What I know now.
Let's put it on the scales. The third heaviest baby in the world.
The world?
Oh no, it's the UK, wasn't it?
Yeah, in the UK.
According to Wikipedia, the boy was born on January 18th, 1879.
No, that's not it.
Back in 1879, the world's biggest baby was 2 pounds. They've been growing ever since.
Oh, 14 pounds.
14 pounds.
14 pounds, yes.
14 pounds. That's a stone. That's an 18th of me.
14
Actually, probably 19th. My trousers are getting tight again.
So, Paul, did you find something then?
Yeah, I did. So, right. You're feeling upset. Your dog is looking a bit upset now. You both got dogs. So rub it in my face, why don't you? I don't have one. I really want one. You both got dogs. Lovely dogs. It's looking a bit sad. How do you make it happy?
With a bone.
Tickle his balls?
So we've got
I do.
Trev tickling his balls.
Was you vetted before you got this dog, Trev?
His bone.
No, I wasn't, though. They don't know I've got him.
No.
You might end up in care. Go on.
So Critters has given it his bone whilst you're tickling its balls. What else could you do to make an unhappy dog happy? It's a dachshund, if that helps. It's a dachshund.
Is he dachshund through the snow? I would throw a ball.
Throw a ball.
Throw a ball.
Well, Trev was going to flick them. Anything else, Trev, from you? What would you do to make a dog happy? What would AMJ do?
He's looking. He's trying to figure something out.
He is.
Still on mute, so it doesn't work. You're on mute, Trev. Trev, you're on mute.
They're full of great things, and it was a bigger tragedy that they did not keep Woolworths open. Because imagine if Woolworths was still open now. That's correct, Paul. We could have done so much more with it.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, AMJ would have taken the dog to Wolves. In all fairness,
I agree with that statement, Mark.
Oh, that was Paul.
It's just like being at a Trev gig.
Yeah.
How much money would you spend on a dog to make it happy?
£1. Get a load of dog treats. They're happy.
Trev, how much would you spend?
Well, before I came on, my dog was eating a square bit of wood that is found in the garden. So, £5,000.
£5,000.
Yes.
Well,
that's how much it
That's a
costs.
heavy bit of wood. That's
It
heavier
was.
than that baby.
Well, this, I'm afraid to say, they didn't spend as much as you would, Trev. They only spent £2,000.
Oh, only 2,000.
Yeah, on 43 pairs of shoes and how many pairs of sunglasses?
What? Hey, what? Why would you?
Hold on, before we
Hang on, no, this is to make the dog happy.
43 pairs of shoes. That means he's got an odd set because you'd have to get them in pairs. You'd have to get quadruples.
Yeah.
Because aren't they getting him to walk on these? Either way, this is cruel. But how many sunglasses did they buy the dog?
4.
4.
1. They bought one glasses.
One glass.
1 glass.
Just the monocle.
47.
47.
That's more than I've got, and I'm a human.
I've got one pair of sunglasses and their prescription.
Did you just say maybe?
I don't know what you mean. Don't know. Anyway, why are they buying this stuff for a dog?
Because the dog looked unhappy, and when they bought it a pair of sunglasses, when they put their glasses on its face, it got really excited. So they bought.
Excited? I've dressed him up like me once, and he just looked really pissed off. He's like, "Why am I wearing this
I'm
for?"
surprised.
Because it makes people laugh. He said, "Does it really?" No, sometimes.
Are you slowly turning into Buckles, Chris?
I am. You've done it again. You've done it for the first time tonight. Why have you called me Chris for?
I tell you what. It wouldn't surprise me if Geraldine makes that same mistake later. But I why I've called you Chris because we're meant to have Chris Barnes on tonight, and you look so similar.
I do.
Yeah.
I do.
Are we going to get like Chris Barnes on next week? Because I'm pretty sure AMJ's got a gig, so we might need a replacement. We can either get Trevor back on, or maybe even get Chris on.
Yes, wherever you want. Bear in mind, whatever Chris says, will probably be exactly what I'd say anyway. So,
It's the AMJ live show next Tuesday, the 9th of November in Faversham at What Now? It's
I should
solo
make
show.
Jerome available because I know he penciled me in for something. Oh, that's not next week.
It's just his solo show. £5 on the door to see AMJ when we can see him for free every week. Well, some weeks.
Yeah, well, let's not forget I was his warm-up for his last solo show.
Yep. AMJ's off next week, so we'll have to get another stand-in host.
Yep.
Have we got any? I know we've got a good guest on this week's quiz, but have we got anyone lined up for next week yet?
Yeah. Well, they're all lined up now. They're all lined up
Oh,
until,
who are they?
end of December. I won't name them because
Name them.
No, because I normally have to go through 3 or 4 different bloody people throughout the week.
Name and shame. Name and
Pound.
shame.
No, because
People don't turn up.
most of them have really good reasons for where they drop out. Some of them
Don't.
it's just the case like, I've just listened to their podcast, so I'm not going on that. Yeah, well, you're the mug because we're in the top 20.
You know, when you say to them, have a listen to the podcast to see how it goes.
Oh, no, I never say that. I never say that.
No, you should. You should say that. And then if they realise how much fun it is, it's amazing.
Why?
I think it's, you know, when you tell a story and you go, you had to be there. I think that's this podcast.
Am I a dreamer? Am I a dreamer?
Right, I've got one more final news story, which might be a good one. Do you know when people ring your phone
The
and it
muffin
comes
man.
up with a number that you don't recognise, do you answer it?
Yeah.
No, because sometimes it just says Northampton. And it's like, I don't know anyone in Northampton. So
I got one from Italy this week.
Really?
Yeah, I answered it. I think I got one from Cyprus last week. Not
Okay.
my money they're wasting. It's theirs.
Oh, I suppose.
What do they want?
The people from Italy hung up. In all fairness, I actually know people who live in Italy, so I thought it might have been them.
Would you not have their number anyway?
What's that?
Would you not have their number anyway?
I have their mobile number, but they might have been calling from a house or something. Yeah, I don't know anyone who. Actually, I do know somebody who lives in Cyprus. I tell a lie.
Anyway, there's this chap there in Colorado. He went off hiking in the woods and up into the mountains, all around Mount Albert.
Well, didn't Victoria do that?
No, Albert with an E, not an A.
Oh, sorry.
Cock ring. Sorry. Oh, that's how I make people laugh. Just saying random things. That's what I need.
Yeah,
Don't talk in set.
But yeah, this guy went hiking and he hadn't been found. You know, he hadn't come back after 12 hours. So people start getting panicky and wondering where he is. So there was a search party set up and people were trying to ring his phone. No, it wasn't being picked up. So they got more and more panicky. And then just after 24 hours later, he turned up back at the hut and said, "Yeah, I got lost. I got lost, but I'm here now." And everyone was like, "Why didn't you answer your phone?" And his main response was, "Didn't recognize the number."
What?
Yes. So he got lost, but he wouldn't answer the phone call from any of the rescuers because he didn't recognize the phone number.
Do you not think, I'm in nowhere? Oh, someone's rang me. Even if it's a wrong number, you could say, hello, I'm lost. Could you tell my friends that I'm lost and stuff? But no.
Would make sense, but no. Colorado hiker. Colorado says it all.
If you say so.
Well, also, he's going on his own, so he's obviously got no friends.
That's what it is, yeah.
I like going hiking by myself.
That's dogging.
Can you dog by yourself?
Sometimes. you need a dog.
Let's ask our resident dogging expert, Mr. Trevor Feelgood.
I am a connoisseur of the dogging, and you can go on your own, but it's more fun with friends.
Do they have to be friends? Does
They're
it not
not-
make it a bit weird afterwards?
Yeah, they're not your friend afterwards.
No,
No, they can't look you in the face again.
especially after what you've let. No, let's stop that there.
That's what they say.
Let's get the quiz on, shall we?
Oh, do you think it's worth getting? Is Dave and Geraldine actually around?
Davis, Geraldine in this stupor somewhere.
Yeah, here's one. Actually, I forgot to mention this one. Have you seen that Toys R Us are going to be reopening some of their stores in the UK?
Yeah.
Yes.
Operated by the Australian Toys R Us, though, to start off with, until the UK brand gets up and running again. So does that mean that Geraldine is going back to work at Toys R Us?
No.
Oh, no, that's Jeffrey. Is
Yeah.
that like a brother or something? Relative? Some sort of relative?
Well, the thing was, they originally had Geraldine, but after she turned up drunk and uppercutted a kid in the face, they had to get rid of her. It's a sad day.
After
And
that, there was millions of Jeffreys all under one roof.
There was only one Jeffrey.
Well,
That was the problem. That was the problem as well.
They all left when Geraldine tried to shag them.
Yeah, well, the thing was, Jeffrey had to leave. I mean, I don't know if you noticed that the Jeffrey changed after about 10 years. After the sex tape of him actually singing, there's millions of little Jeffreys all over your face. As he went.
How have you made it worse?
He's got a way of doing it. When
dear.
AMJ isn't around, Paul ruins everything.
When I was little, I was.
I'm going to be honest. I wish Geraldine told that story now.
When I was little, my dad used to say that Father Christmas lived in Toys R Us, which is stupid. Why would I? I did believe it, and then we had to take something back. I was like, "Where is he?" He said, "Oh no, he's hiding." What?
Father Christmas.
Why would I think that? And they went to buy me a turtle wagon in Toys R Us, and they saw a bloke with one, and they said, "Where'd you get that from?" And he said, "Toys R Us." It's like, no. Where in the store did you get it from?
Let's find Dave, shall we? Let's find Dave.
Yeah, let's find Dave before I bring down the decorum even further.
Yes. Let's do it.
Am I a dreamer? Am I a dreamer?
Dave, are you there?
Hiya! Yeah, I'm here. Oh, and we've got a returning guest today. But before we do that, let's have a jingle. Are you ready for a jingle?
Go for it.
Okay, this week it's me doing the jingle. Are you ready?
Yes.
Oh, it's time for the quiz with Dave the elephant and Geraldine giraffe. I'm an elephant, she's a giraffe. It's E.G. Example given. Right. Is everyone ready? We've got 3 players. We've got 3 players. No AMJ. He's not turned up to work again. No surprise. Seems to be a feature of his. He's almost like Paul. However, let's go around the room and introduce ourselves. This one is going to the one with the mohawk with glasses and a beard. Introduce yourself, please.
Hello, I'm Mark, and I'm the producer, and I try to keep it all together. And I can see the beautiful white cliffs of Dover from where I am.
Fantastic. Yeah, I'm going to give you 60,000 points just because you like the White Cliffs Dover. Over to you, other bearded chap with glasses and more hair than the other non-player.
Hello, I'm Trevor Feelgood, and I'm here again. I don't know how this happens every week. They must have something on me.
Oh, I'll tell you what we've got on you. You not having a gig and bailing us out at the last minute. Thanks, mate.
Yeah. I do gig, it just happens not to fall on the day that you record. That is the only reason that I'm here.
We record 7 days a week.
Um,
Over to our special celebrity guest. He's a returning guest. He won last time. Will he win again? Probably not, because just before going on air, he said Paul had salad hair. G-Dog, introduce yourself.
Yeah, hi, I'm Gareth D. I have no idea why I'm here again.
Well,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
not promising. Let's get on with the quiz. Who ready for the quiz?
Yay, quiz!
Yay.
Yay.
Yeehaw.
So, as always, one question to all of you, but you all answer. Don't jump the queue. Tonight, we're going to start with DJ Critters, going to Trevor Feelgood, and then going to the G-Dog himself, Gareth Dorrian. Right. Now, DJ Critters, you love racing, don't you?
It depends what kind.
Motor racing.
Yeah.
With the cars. Vroom, vroom, vroom. So, you're going to love this question. Who invented the word vomit?
What?
Who invented the word vomit?
Who?
Yeah.
No idea. I'm going to go with Albert Einstein. Why not? He's a clever man.
Clever man. Trevor Feelgood. This is a question for you. Who invented the word vomit?
Was it the Romans, meaning vomitarium or something like that? I think I've heard about it. I'm going with Rome. That's the final answer, Jeremy.
You're going with Ronan Keaton.
Yeah, we're going with Ronan Keaton. No.
Oh, I thought you said Ronan's.
All right, for comic sakes, I'll go with Ronan Keaton.
It's the first time you've done that in your career.
What have the Romans ever done for us?
Gareth Dorrian, that's not your question. Your question is, who invented the word vomit?
Helen Mirren,
Is that your final answer?
100%.
Oh, I'm afraid, Gareth, you get 0 points because it's not Helen Mirren. It's the wonderful William Shakespeare. I thought DJ Critters would have got that. However, Gareth, I like the fact you had a pop at Paul because I ain't that good. You get yourself 22 points. DJ Critters, you get 3 points because you got a lovely smile. And Trevor Feelgood, you just make me smile. You get yourself 5 points. Well done.
Thanks very much, Geraldine. Who's ready for the next question?
Yay!
Okay, Trevor
Everyone's
Feelgood.
overexcited tonight.
Yeah, it's like playing at the in Maidstone in the club that's sometimes a strip club, where you didn't know when you're going to go on because the MC just pulled out of the hat.
What other hat? On a strip club.
You called your name out. You didn't know when you was going to go up.
Ah.
What? The pole?
Yeah, up the pole.
Well, are you? I forget your name.
What's Dave?
Elephant guy, Dave. So, Dave. So, do you perform in Maidstone?
I haven't, but I watched Paul perform there once.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh.
And it was a real fun gig. It was, but we'll talk more about that later.
Okay.
Rob, Trevor Feelgood. What is measured in Mickeys?
Mice. There you go. Hooray!
Oh, thank you. Gareth Dorrian, the G-Dog of Medway. What's measured in Mickeys?
Mickey's. What's measured in Mickey's? Homeless people.
Okay. DJ
I feel good. Almost spat his tea out.
What is measured in Mickeys?
Oh, sorry. Was that for me?
Your DJ Critters?
Right. I reckon it is the level of jokes you can do against a person, as in how many Mickeys can you take out of someone?
That was so contrived, DJ Critters. You've lost your points.
Yay!
Gareth Dorrian, we all know that you measure the homeless in vagabondage, and Trevor Feelgood, I'm astounded. You got it correct.
Yes, I'm more astounded. It was meant to be a joke.
It is the speed of a computer mouse. You said mice, but I'm going to give you the points. Well done, son. Well done.
Thank you.
Well done indeed. You've made a giraffe very happy.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Well, it was Benefit Bear's job.
I didn't have to pay for that.
I'll tell you what, son, you don't have to pay tonight. Just give me a flash of your winning smile and let me wear your specs.
Thanks, Geraldine. Not quite sure what that all means. Well, now, Gareth Dorrian, you used to run a comedy night in Maidstone, didn't you?
Yeah.
The Moon with Aha.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and you had a night on the 28th of March, 2013.
That's right.
Yep. Can you name the lineup from that night?
Yep.
Go on then.
Paul Tingey, Mark Simmons. There was a guy called Strangely Brown, Dingus, Frank, Seamus Applekick. Do you know? Shall I tell you why he was called Seamus Applekick?
Go on then.
Was he Irish?
Because, yeah, he was Irish. He was called Seamus Applekick. True story, because at school, one lunchtime, the teacher sent him to the shops and said, Seamus, give me 10 silk cut. They're cigarettes, by the way. And if they have no silk cut, give me something else. And he came back with an apple pie.
Okay. Right. Well, there's a different list to what I had. So the same question goes to you, DJ Critters. On the 28th of March at the Moo Moo Ha Ha, who was the lineup?
A bunch of comedians.
Some stretching it for some of them. Trevor Feelgood. I'm sure you must have performed at the Moo Moo Ha Ha, but did you perform on the 28th of March 2013?
No, but Jeanette Cranky, the Cheeky Girls, I've run out of comedians to say. Yeah, loads. Michael McIntyre, Mickey Flanagan. They're all there. They might not have been on stage, but they were there in spirit.
Well, Gareth Dorrian, you get the most points.
Geraldine.
What?
Yeah, because he was there. That's why he knows.
I was just going to say, Geraldine, there was one. This is actually a true story from that night, right? There was one guy who had never done stand-up comedy before, right? And he was meant to be going on. He was from Ramsgate. I can't remember his name. And just as he was about to go on, like I said to him, right, you're on next, whatever his name was. And he says, right, I'm going. And he, just as I was about to call him, to go on, he comes up to me and whispers in my ear, I have to go because there's been a serious car accident. And so I have to get back to Thanet right now. And he disappeared forever and was never seen again. And then
let's see if we can recognize his name.
It was basically the worst. He basically just didn't want to do it. He made it up.
Well, let's just say if he had gone on, I think there might have been a car crash. So the lineup that night, Mr. Dorrian, you got two people from that night. DJ Critters, you said a bunch of comedians, so you get more points. Trevor Feelgood, I think you was just being silly. But the lineup for that night, in no particular order, was Paul Tingey, Alex Folks, Dave Bailey, Sophie Richardson, T. McHugh, Weiss Williamson, Peter McAloof, Karen White, Dan Cardwell, Christopher Betts, Ben Scales, Colin Bryant, Mark Simmons, Lucy Fennell, and Cornelius Mendez. What a lineup.
And what was the point of that question? What was the
How did you know that?
Because he's got it written down, that's why.
The point of that question.
Why would you write that down? That's like,
Dave,
you're a psychopath.
Dave is very friendly with Paul, so Paul was there. How would we know what the lineup was, apart from if we had been there?
It's effing ridiculous.
The point is, I was just trying to be nice to our guest and ask a question about him.
All right.
Okay, and I tried to do it. I always ask people in advance. And Gareth said he'd like one.
Yeah, I've been trying to forget that night for years. I've had like really like serious amounts of counselling trying to forget about the performance of one particular person that night, Paul Tingey. He was he was so bad. There was actually a power cut. He was that bad. Do you remember the power cut?
I tell you, I wasn't there, but that's not the way Paul recalled it to me. He said he was the fourth best comedian of the night. Cornelius Mendez won the night. He won a little trophy.
Yeah.
But the way I knew
no, he didn't.
Was
it was Lucy.
Oh, it was Lucy. That is correct. However, she then gave it to Cornelius at a stand and deliver night.
He's not getting extra points for that one.
Hey, you lose points now, Barnesy. Who the f***'s Barnesy? Trevor Feelgood.
What is happening tonight?
Barnesy? John Barnes is here? John!
I tell you how I know that.
You've never ever got it wrong until tonight. This has been recorded.
Edit that bit out, critters.
No, leave it in.
Let's stay. Let's stay.
Edit it. I might just say something really racist so it gets cut out. But no, Feelgood, you shut up. You've lost 2 points.
Yeah, all right, Paul. Yeah.
I tell you how I know that because I got access to Paul's emails.
All right.
And Gareth Dorrian sent them on the 19th of March 2013 at 19 minutes past the hour of 10 p.m.
I am fundamentally depressed now thinking about that evening. I am so like I hope that there's some kind of after show consultation I can have with some sort of mental health first aiders.
Well, all I can suggest is maybe she'd been better at MCing and it would have been a better night. Right. I don't mean that. I'm a big fan of yours, Gareth, and there were at least 4 comedians who were absolutely woeful that night, including the one with the car crash that you mentioned, who was not Paul Tingey. Right. We're back to you, critters.
But on a serious note, if you do need to call someone, then call Mind.
Well, calm.
Call yours?
Yeah, anyone.
What do you mean call yours? Mine?
Mind, as in the charity. Mind.
Call mine?
Mind. I mean, there's
like
loads of ones. If you need help, Calm's a good one, as you mentioned there. Calm's at 0800 585858. If you need.
It reminds me, I used to get confused when I looked at the back of ice cream vans. I used to say, "Mind that child." Mind that child on the back of an ice cream van, and that is why I went into, I opened the crash.
Look, I like that joke. Thank you, Gareth.
Just
right,
it's right here, isn't it?
DJ Critters.
Yes.
What is the hottest planet in the solar system?
Well, I quite fancy hottest planet in the solar system, probably the one that's closest, which is that one.
Mercury is the closest planet.
Oh, yeah, sod it. That what I do then. That's the closest one. We'll go with that. That's got to be closest to the sun. That's got to be the hottest.
Okay,
It's quite
TFG.
fit.
Well, there's no need for that misogyny.
Those curves, nice rounded curves.
Look, God loves Saturn the most. That's why I put his ring on it. Right, TFG, the Trevor Feelgood.
Remember my name now.
I didn't get the name wrong. Geraldine did.
I'm sorry.
Because we was meant to have the delightful Chris Barnes on this week, but unfortunately he was busy doing a podcast somewhere else.
He was, yes.
Yeah.
He's away at a dogging convention in St. Margaret's Bay.
This sounds more like a Trev thing.
No. Yeah, I'm a big friend. I'm his friend, and I'm not having this.
Trev, what's the hottest planet in the solar system?
All right, Uranus.
After a lovely different style. Gareth Dorrian.
Yeah,
the question. What is the hottest planet in the solar system?
Well, I know where the best place to get property is in the solar system, and that is Mercury, because the surface of Mercury is so hot right now.
Right, Jodie, put us out the misery. What's the answer?
I'm afraid you're all incorrect. However, you did make G-Dog. You did make the lovely Dave trumpet trunk out of his trunk. So you get 5 points. However, the answer was Venus. It has the temperature of 460 degrees Celsius.
She got it. Ooh, baby, she got it.
Tampons.
Your penis.
Right. Okay. So, Trevor Feelgood, I hear you like the sexy times.
I do like sexy times, yes.
So it makes me feel good.
You will like this question. If a duel happens between 3 people, what is it actually called?
If a duel, what with swords? Well, no,
Swords.
that's not sexy time. That's
I'm not very good at linkage. Just go back to the first question for DJ Critters. You got stars. Right.
all right. Dueling banjos. I don't know. I don't even understand the question.
Dueling banjos. Gareth Dorrian, what is a duel between three people called?
A menage a trois.
Oh, yes, cheeky little bastard. That's you on 1,000 points.
DJ Critters, what is a duel between three people called?
Good morning, madam.
I'm going to say a threesome.
Oh, bloody hell, you're getting me hot under the collar here, boys. But let me tell you, I love the idea of somebody dueling banjo strings together, so bands.
Oh.
So it's not my fault. I'm looking at the screen and they look quite similar. The difference is Chris does not wear glasses.
There's a name. There's a name on the screen.
Chris.
I've specially worn them just so you would know who I was.
The thing
It
is,
says Trevor.
Look,
Geraldine, read the bloody screen. It says Trevor.
It doesn't come up with a fucking name when he's not talking, and when I'm talking, he's fucking quiet like you should be. You fucking.
Change your view then to have everyone on there.
I've got everybody on there, but when he's quiet, there's no fucking name. It only comes up with a name when someone's talking.
There is for me. I can see my name.
You
I can
should
see
change the settings.
You fucking clever Trevor.
Dave and Geraldine, DJ Critters producer, and Gareth D. I can see them all the names.
Yeah,
well, congratulations. All I've got to say is, Barnesy is a better lover than Feelgood.
All right.
He's more sensual and more sensuous, and he isn't on the list like Trevor is.
That is true.
More your age.
Now, the answer.
What did Mark say?
I said, is Barnesy more Geraldine's age?
I don't know. I think we're quite similar ages. I think.
Geraldine.
Yes.
I'm only 24.
No.
Paul's 34.
Geraldine's illiterate and innumerate.
And you're a cunt.
You missed out the Irish bit.
I don't want to get done for racism. So, anyway.
Well, it's too late for that, Geraldine.
It fucking ain't, son.
Back to the adventure park for you.
I'm not going back there. So, anyway, the answer, if anyone was interested, was a true.
Oh, okay.
Trevor Feelgood gets points because I like the idea of people playing on banjo strings and a threesome. Gareth Dorrian was getting points, but he's ruined it for himself now. And DJ Critters, 1 point.
Was that a real person making that noise? Because it sounds a bit like MJ.
No, it's one of our former guests, Robin Perkins.
This one's actually someone that's on here now.
Why did you record that when she came on? That is just weird. That's just weird levels that even I wouldn't go to.
I can't remember what happened. You have to listen back to the episode that she was in because I can't remember, but I went, I'm clipping that.
I think Critters should be on some kind of national register for recording that.
Yeah, put him on the list. Get him on the list. Go on, get on the list, Critters.
Where's Randy? I'm on the phone to him.
What, Voldemort? Don't call him by his real name.
Hey, Randy?
I don't want to start this here.
Who's feeling Randy?
What's the next question, Dave? Come on, Dave. I love you. You're a very nice elephant.
The next question is, who is? Oh no, you're joking. No. Before we came onto the show, we had a special request from our listener. He wanted a question about vampires. So, Gareth Dorrian, coming to you first. In this question about vampires. You ready?
Right. Yeah.
In public places in the state of Florida, what's illegal to do when wearing a swimsuit?
lactate while looking at a picture of Paul Tingey?
That's a very disturbing thought, but one that lots of women have done.
Actually, I know something interesting about vampires. Do you want to hear it?
Yeah, go on then, son.
All right. So, do you know where what was the cause of the New England vampire panic? Have you ever heard of that, Geraldine? Or Dave?
I've read about it.
Right. So, the New England vampire panic was in the 19th century in a place on the east coast of America, and essentially everyone thought vampires were everywhere, right? But it was actually because of tuberculosis, right? And I don't know if you know this, but tuberculosis used to be called consumption, and it was called consumption because it's a kind of disease which consumes your life force, and for some reason, some really thick Americans thought it was vampires. So what they used to do was people would die from tuberculosis and be buried, and other people would dig up their bodies and think that their long nails and the fact that their organs had turned to blood and their long hair and their white faces was as evidence that they were vampires. So they would take a stake and hammer it through the corpse's body to nail them into the ground, to stop them getting up at night, to go and suck people's blood. And that is where most vampire, things that you see in films about vampires come from that very period. And
this is EG and not QI, son, because you'd have got a load of fucking points for that.
But the reason why I was telling it is because it reminds me of like when I went to vampire college, right? Vampire college, and the best part was the graduation day because we all had to stand up and be counted. Yo!
Oh, the payoff I don't think was worth it, but it was worth seeing your happy little face.
If only the listeners could see it.
It was a pure story upon reflection. That's another vampire joke.
Yeah, because they don't reflect.
Yeah, that's why I said it, Dave.
Yeah. Oh, I was just explaining the joke.
Yeah, the jokes always are better when you explain them.
Well, it's a good job I'm here then.
Dave's very good at that.
Yeah. Right, let's get on with this then, shall we? Oh, I've got a vampire joke. Do you want to hear it?
Yes, no. Please.
What should you?
Yeah, we all have to do a vampire joke. Geraldine and Dave and Trevor and Critters, please.
All right.
Tell me a vampire joke.
Dave's telling one then.
What should you never serve a vampire at a dinner party?
What?
Paella?
No.
Kiora.
No.
Kiora.
A fairy cake.
A steak.
Right. Come on then, Trev. Your vampire joke.
So I literally have no jokes about vampires.
Oh, Trevor.
I'll tell you what, DJ Critters, can you edit that out later? We've just got Trevor saying, I've literally got no jokes.
I've got no jokes. No, nothing. Like they're hanging upside down, and I'm trying to think of a pun. No, it's not. Get Mark Simmons on. He does this all the time. He's got loads of videos. Oh, say vampire, and then I'll come up with material. I can't. No. All mine's scripted. So
Is it? Now, DJ Critters.
I was going to tell a vampire joke, but then I realised that it sucked.
Oh, bollocks, you done that one.
Oh, Trevor, do you want me to tell Trevor one and then you can edit it in later?
No, he's got to think of one himself. I've thought of three whilst we're just waiting.
I thought of a brilliant one.
Go on then, sunshine.
Right, so quite convoluted, like.
Hey, you do the convoluted joke. I can't believe that for a second. I tell you, whilst we're waiting for Gareth to come back to speed, did you hear my joke? Vampires like nothing more than sucking blood. I said Count Dracula's a pain in the neck, and for herbal tea, what they do is they go to sanitary bins and get out the used tampons.
Nice. How'd you kiss a vampire? Carefully.
Am I back? Can you hear me?
I'm not ready.
Try again, Gareth. It's unbelievable that Trevor
Right. So I knew.
Look at jokes.
Are Trevor reading from a joke book? That is like the saddest thing I've ever seen.
The Harry Hill book of jokes.
I'll do a few more vampire jokes.
Why are we doing
this is like being at one of your gigs, Paul.
Halloween was last week.
A vampire bit a snowman. He got frostbite. Look, I'll tell a joke. I'll tell Paul's joke. Shall I get Paul in to tell his joke about vampires?
Go on, him.
No.
Yes.
Barnsey, I'm here now. Right. So what happened was right. It's Halloween last week, wasn't it? Halloween at the weekend.
Who's this bloke? Who are you? Oh,
Paul Tingey. So I was doing a gig, right, and it's fancy dress for Halloween, and everyone thought, I was dressed up, right, as the Tooth Fairy, but people thought I was a vampire. They kept shouting out, "You're a count." At least that's what I thought they said.
Right. So I'm going to try one last time my vampire joke, right, which I've just made up. I mean, sorry, I didn't make it up. It's something that happened in real life because it requires it. So I knew this vampire at a vampire college, right? And he used to have a special set of teeth, which he used to bite into willing women's boobies, right? Fangs for the mummeries.
Yeah.
That joke was just my blood type.
I actually saw Geraldine's eyes moving from side to side, trying to work that out.
I tell you what, that was fantastic.
Thanks, Geraldine. Thanks.
Trevor, have you got any more jokes out of your book?
No, I've just put it back. I've just shut it again.
Now we know where he gets all his books from. Harry Hill.
Oh well, no, only when I'm doing live streaming. Everything else is written. I don't want to be done for plagiarism again.
What's a vampire's favourite fruit?
I won't just say what I was just thinking. What is it? What is it, Paul? Sorry.
Blood orange.
I'll get Paul back
Blood
in.
orange.
It's not blood orange, Garth, I'm afraid. It is nectarines.
I think we've still got a question to go through on this quiz, haven't we?
We have, yeah. I think Trev's looking through his book of
DJ
jokes.
Let's move on.
How does Dracula help a baseball team? He turned into a bat. There we go. It was worth it, wasn't it?
Moving on then.
So, Gareth Dorrian.
Yeah.
I've forgotten. Oh no, I've not. Your answer was lactating. Well, I was looking at a picture of Paul Tingey.
Oh yeah, we were still answering the question. I forgot that.
Yeah. DJ Critters, in public places in the state of Florida, what's illegal to do when wearing a swimsuit?
Wee.
As in go wee on a roller coaster or
wee yourself.
Urine.
Pissing yourself.
Oh, no need to be so vulgar.
Whether that's laughing or
that's an edit for you.
Piss myself laughing.
Gareth's had enough. He's off. Right. Time to make me feel good. I'm the only one to get your name right all night tonight, Trevor Feelgood. So, in public places in the state of Florida, what's illegal to do when wearing a swimsuit?
Defecating.
Defecating.
I was going to say vampire jokes, but then I think that a bit might get cut out.
I like the way Trevor sounded like a mad scientist when he said defecating.
We've got.
I can't believe it.
We've got lactating, urinating, and defecating.
Woo!
The three stages.
The trifecta.
That's like the worst date ever.
Aren't they dance groups on Britain's Got Talent? All right, fine then.
Get your Harry Hill book back out.
No, I'm afraid you're all incorrect. The answer is singing.
What?
The answer is singing. You shouldn't swing. Oh, bloody hell. That's a Freudian slip. I can swing in my swimsuit. So, at the end of that, the scores are In last place is DJ Critters with 52 points. Well done, DJ Critters. You've done well. In second place, he can't retain his title. It's the lovely Gareth Dorrian. If it was up to me, Gareth, you'd win every time. But people might start talking, especially your wife. So, for the first time ever, our winner is Trevor Feelgood.
That makes a change.
Thank you.
With 82,003 points.
I didn't think I answered that many questions.
Don't worry, son. Don't take care of the points. Now,
You should win it just for the way you said defecating.
Defecating.
so, this is what Dave normally does, but I'm taking over from Dave this week because I'm a sly little bitch. Now, Gareth, before we go, we know you've got nothing to plug and promote because you're a humble guy, and even if you did, you wouldn't take the opportunity. So, Gareth, what I'd like you to do for me, for all of us, is to give us a word of advice.
All right. A word of advice. Don't ever let Paul Tingey come and stay in your house without his pajama bottoms.
And why is that, son?
Why is that?
Yeah, we want to
Well,
know.
it's those three words we mentioned in the last question,
Lactate, defecate, urinate.
and menstruate sometimes as well. Amazingly,
He does have a problem with his stomach that causes him to bleed out the arsehole, so 62 bonus points for the next time you're on, Gareth. Now, I tell you what, Paul's put on so much weight, I think he's auditioning for that famous TV show, Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Terrible. Absolutely bloody terrible.
can you edit out the tumbleweed?
Look, Geraldine and Dave are funny.
Yeah, that is one way to describe them. Like,
Yeah, we're much better than Paul anyway. So,
We'll say so. One of our fans that always listens every week only listens because of Dave and Geraldine. Doesn't like the rest of us, just Dave and Geraldine.
Dave and who, son?
Geraldine.
You did say Geraldine first time, you said something completely different.
What did I say then?
You just mispronounced my name and it upset me. I think you said it with a J, not a G. Nah, you fucking know.
Anyway, one thing we always ask our guests, and we didn't get you to do it last time that you was on, is to do a little bit of a soundbite, very similar to. Let's find someone who done one recently. This was Rena.
Hi, I'm Rena, and I am a dreamer.
And we had
Nick Parton. I'm a dreamer.
and who else did we have? Oh,
I'm Dickie Richards, and I'm a dreamer.
fancy doing something like that for us, Gareth? So just your name and I'm a dreamer.
my name's Gareth Dorrian, and I'm a dreamer.
That'll do.
So
Smash
when
it.
are you doing it in your voice then? In your American voice?
F off, Geraldine.
Bloody giraffes. Right, well, that about brings us out for the end of the show this week. So thank you very much, Gareth, for coming on. Trevor for standing in for AMJ again. Of course, we're back normally next week, hopefully. No, actually, I think AMJ's off again next week. I think he's off doing a gig. So we might need Trevor back again.
Who's fucking booking that shit?
I don't know. So, yeah, we'll be back next week. So, yeah, thanks very much, everyone, for tuning in. And say goodbye.
Hold on, before we go.
Why?
I've got one last question. For Gareth Dorrian.
Why? Why?
Want to go?
I live in one flick over the cuckoo's nest.
Gareth, are you ready for this question?
It better be good.
Mhm.
What is your favourite memory of Paul Tingey?
All right. My favorite memory of Paul Tingey is when I was standing outside a club in Dover or a pub in Dover, and he looked at me with sad eyes and said, "Goof." No, he didn't. He didn't say it like that. He said, "Gareth, I'm allergic to pineapple." That's my favorite memory of Paul Tingey.
Nice.
Because it's true, isn't it?
Is it true?
Is it?
No, it's not true. Paul's not allergic to pineapple. He's allergic to oranges.
On that note,
You
we'll all say good night. Shall we all say good night and run away from this?
Good night, everyone.
Good night, everyone. Sweet
Bye.
dreams. And if you
See
think
ya.
of me, make sure they're wet.
Bye-bye.
Musical Insights.